Here we go. Hi,
Hello,
Gali.
hello. Hi. I'm live with you and I've sent a request on Instagram, so we'll be streaming on Instagram as
Yes,
well.
here we go.
Okay, perfect. Hi, everyone. Hi, Abba.
Hi, Babale. My name.
Beseder. Everybody knows that?
Of course,
Everybody
everyone
learns
knows
Hebrew,
my name.
first of all.
Yes, everyone knows what my name in Hebrew.
Of course, exactly. So we are on. If you're here, definitely interact. Definitely write in the chat throughout. If you have questions, please contribute them, participate. Let us know if you like something, if it makes sense, doesn't make sense. Be in
If you
communication
don't
with
like
us.
it, also don't let us know.
Yeah, that you can just hold back. No, really, you can talk to us about anything. If you can see us and hear us, let us know if the sound is good, but I am assuming it is, and I think we can just get started.
Okay, let's get started. Let's
Let's let's do it.
let's let's do
Let's.
it. Okay, let's.
So, yes. So we are oh great. Hi Jenna. Excellent. Excellent.
Jenna.
Hello.
Hi.
So today we're talking about a subject that can maybe come across a bit controversial, and the subject is the US president, who to choose, especially after the debate that was just had, or as you called it, the non-debate, and uh, and what we saw there. And it was really a question of how do you choose a president, but also what can you take from it? How do you choose any leader?
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
So,
so the problem in choosing any leader is that people habitually choosing the wrong leaders,
mm,
which
mhm,
means that there is some basic lie that people operating on.
okay,
There's a basic
yeah,
lie that people operating on, and by the way, it applies to leaders of countries. It applies to husbands and wives.
mm,
It applies to friends. It's just all over.
yeah,
And the mistake that people do is that they're evaluating people by what they say and what not, and even what they do, and not by the results.
okay, yeah,
When you evaluate a person but what he does, let's say he is a singer, so
yeah,
I like him because he's a singer, or he's a celebrity. What he's doing is he's an actor. So at that moment, when you evaluate a person by because of what he does or because of what he say, you miss the actual indicator, which is results in lives.
I see, I see,
So, so the first thing you need to look at is results. The first thing
okay,
is the result. You hire an employee, result. You're going to get a, a- someone that leads the company, results. Results
mhm,
in the area of the post that he's going to hold.
okay, fair enough. And how does that tie into the saying, actions speak louder than words?
It ties like all the other saying. It's just another lie. It
Okay,
sounds good, but it's not true. Because
okay,
actions maybe make noise, maybe they speak, but they don't bring results if they don't bring results.
I see.
The
Okay,
fact that I'm doing actions, I go to work every day and I click and double click,
yeah,
but I don't bring results. So it's not
I see.
action speaks louder than words. It is results are a checkmate. You don't need words; they speak for
Mm,
themselves.
right, true. Yeah,
You
yeah,
you
good
get it.
point.
The results. I see the results. When we talk, when we do, we still have future to see what will happen.
Okay, I get that. I get that. But and now when you take that and you apply it to presidents, that who knows if it's really their results or they're just a puppet or it was somebody else in their cabinet that really did the results. How can you actually choose a president? Because their results are kind of what they say their results are, which
Okay,
is the
so
words. And how do you check that even?
yeah. So the problem here is that people are uneducated. and they operate based on who they like or who represent an idea that is not clear for them. So if I ask someone to define for me what is a Republican and what does it mean democracy, what is Democrats? Just really define what does it mean.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Nobody can define the actual word Democrat.
Yeah, what does it mean Democrat? So people would say, well, the people vote. Seriously? So that's the whole democracy, that people vote? That's what makes a democracy?
Oh, for the word democracy. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
you. Yeah, yeah,
The,
for the
or
word
Democrat.
democracy.
And what is Democrat? What does it mean to be a Democrat? So any of these things,
Yeah, people
some
might
of the
describe some of the views.
yeah, they would describe the actions, but it's like saying car drive. But what is car? Because also, I don't know, horses also drive, and motorcycles and trains also drive.
Yeah, I see. I see what you mean.
You get the idea. So the
Yeah.
first thing to understand that most people don't actually understand what they are voting for. They don't insist to understand before they actually act,
Hmm.
which means they don't have a target in mind. Because if you don't know what a Democrat means, it means that you will not know what the Democrat should do and what he should achieve. The same
I see.
about Republican.
Republican. Yeah.
If you don't know what does it mean, you don't know what the Republican should do and what it should achieve, and so you will not be able to recognize things that do not make sense. So
Hmm.
anyone can take anything and sell you a lie about it, because you don't know what's the ideal, what's the actual result should be.
Yeah.
It is much like imagine that you take a 4-year-old and he doesn't know anything about heart attacks. Yes.
Yeah.
So he see his father having a heart attack, going and he thinks that the father is having fun, and he tried to play with him
You're right.
because
Yeah.
he doesn't know what the expected result, what the picture should be. So he cannot recognize a departure from the proper picture.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Good example.
So people don't actually understand what the ideal should be. They don't
Hmm.
understand what does it mean to be a leader. They
Right.
don't even have a definition for the word leader.
Hmm. Yeah. True. What's a leader versus an executive versus uh owner versus whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they will tell you, well, a leader should be strong, or a leader should be weak, or nice, or not nice, or powerful,
Hmm.
or weak. But that's maybe some manifestation of being a leader, but that's not a leader.
Right. Yeah.
A
That's a
leader is
great point.
just, yeah, a leader is just a person that can get results from other people,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
mean
Amazing.
if I can bring results from someone else, I'm a leader. If I
Right.
can get results from my wife, for example, I'm a magician. Yes,
Totally different definition.
yes. So a
Yeah.
leader
Yeah.
just bring results. That's all from other people, the expected results from other people. Now, if you
Yeah.
understand that, then the only way to check a candidate for anything is the results. And
Hmm.
you need to understand how to measure the result, not what the leaders say, but something that you understand. When someone says unemployment raised by 3%, what does it mean?
Right.
What does
Yeah.
it mean? Just telling me one number means nothing. A
Hmm.
proper leader, if I would want to run to be a president, what I will insist on is that I will explain in details the whole matrix, how the whole numbers work together. So not only that you will see what I actually achieve, but you will see disasters that coming, improvements that are on the way. You will actually understand, and so will be able to actually have a democracy, which means you will have a say in what's happening. Not someone
Yeah.
will get you to say something. You will have a say because you understand what's happening, so you will have a say.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah, that'd be amazing. Nobody does that.
Of course. And if you don't
No.
insist as a society that, excuse me, guys, skip your nonsense generalities, just words. I really want to understand the whole picture. Imagine someone come to you and say about the company, we have 3% more orders, or the sales went down by 12%. Is it bad? Not really, because if the sales went down by 12% and the profit went out by 80%, I'll take it, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Or if the sales went down by 12%, but we're building a new facility that will increase the blah, blah, blah by 100%, not a problem. I need to see the
Right.
full picture.
Yeah.
So
And
all of
something to
those
compare.
numbers, yeah, like all those numbers that they're throwing out means nothing,
Hmm.
because the people that listening to them, and them probably as well, don't actually understand the whole matrix, how the whole system works. Imagine someone says, you have a headache, or I have more headache in the last 3 months. And because of that, he will say, fine, we need to cut the head.
Yeah.
It's like the unemployment went up, and so we need to throw you away. Or there is more immigrants, so you are not a good president. It's just
Yeah.
total stupidity, not of the presidents. They are not stupid. If I would say that they're stupid, I will give them a compliment. So it's not,
Yeah.
but the people that actually judging based on these generalities are extremely, no.
But that's everyone. Everyone's making massive emotional decisions, very, very fervent, very passionate.
Yeah, I know,
Based on this
because
debate.
they're operating based on how they feel and not based on results. Imagine that if people will actually look at what Hitler did, what his results were before they actually selected him,
Mhm.
before they got impressed by how he talks.
But
Or
how
if
can people check that? How can somebody check Hitler's results at the time, or even today? How can somebody go look at Trump's or Biden's actual results?
so, if in a normal society, in a society that don't goes down into oblivion, what happens is that there is an independent body that represent the numbers.
Oh, that they present it. They show
Yeah,
it. They
they
do.
show the numbers, and then they don't need to be debates between presidents.
Mhm.
The numbers
Yeah.
tell the tale.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
not.
truth.
You don't need billions of dollars on a presidential campaign. You just show the numbers, and people look, and they basically the numbers tell the tale. And now the president just present the program on how to continue to improve the statistics that going up, and how to fix the statistics that goes down. And people in at that place, if you actually have the correct data, you'll be able to make sense of it and say, yes, this guy can get people to bring results or not. And that's basically the only thing that you are interested is results. I don't care how he's doing it. I don't care if he's obnoxious or nice, or have good English or bad English. I don't care.
Right. So, I mean, two things. Number one, that relies on a society that's pretty educated to actually sit and confront the numbers and study it. And the percent of people that would do that these days was 0.000000001.
Okay. So it's not by mistake.
Yeah, true.
The worse the presidents become, the more they insisted that the society will become stupid.
Yes.
So
Hmm.
there is an actual push to make people stupid, to destroy education, to get people on drugs, to
Hmm.
destroy religion, to destroy the family unit, to destroy the food. There's an actual push that being it's being created.
Mm-hmm.
So the
Mm-hmm.
few that are still somehow can understand, the few that can still somehow can actually evaluate, should push towards, okay, this is what we want. This
Yeah.
is what we want. And at the beginning, it will be a handful of people, and the handful of people will grow and grow and grow. And and the best way to correct anything, the best way to correct anything, given if you have enough time, is of course you set up a good example.
Mm. Yeah. And what would that
So
look like in terms of setting a good example? What could the average person do?
the average person do is, first of all, stop fighting with his fellow man and insist that the fellow man understand the words. So if I
Mm.
say something and I interview you, I insist that we agree on what do we say, what's the definition of the words, what do we say.
Yeah.
So I'm not arguing with you about Joe Biden or Trump, because there's nothing to argue there. I want to talk to you about something that is really makes that we can understand. So if we talk about, he says, well, Joe Biden let immigrants into the US. Irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
Why? What's the full picture? It's one thing out of billions of things that happening during 4-year administration.
Yeah.
And what can you expect really from 4 years administration?
Yeah.
You cannot really fix almost anything. 8 years,
Mm.
maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So really the source is not really the president.
Mm-hmm.
He is not really, how let's say I'm taking a company, okay,
Yeah.
of 300,000 people working for me.
Yeah.
I can destroy a lot very quickly, but I cannot improve a lot very quickly,
Yeah.
because it takes to build the Twin Towers years, and it takes 20 seconds of two airplanes to put them down.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, anything, even a body, it takes months and months and months to lose weight and to get in shape and to look amazing, and you can get right back to it in 2 weeks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is
Anything.
it. Yeah.
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 That's in a good case.
Yeah. This is if you are slow.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. If you held yourself back at times. We have someone here, Yigit. Hey man, I want to ask you something. Go for it.
You
Go
go
for
for
it.
it.
Yeah, so the thing is, okay, so number one, they're setting a good example.
Mhm.
Number two, it's set up in a certain way that presidents, anyways, only have 4 years. There's no way right now, really, to monitor um, numbers, to actually monitor results.
Mhm.
We need to talk about that. Um, so before we get to that, let me answer this. The guy had the question here. Why are Israeli Jews more conservative than us Jews? Is there any reason for that?
I don't know. How do we measure it? Like, how many Israeli Jews are conservative? How do you measure a conservative Israeli Jews? What does it mean, conservative? And what is us? I don't understand the question.
Mm,
It's a beautiful generality, but what does it mean?
yeah.
How many Jews are conservative? And what does it mean, conservative? How do I know if I am conservative or conservatiti?
Hmm.
What does it mean? How does it actually? I
Yeah.
don't understand the question. It's a very nice generality, and people can talk about it for hours without understanding what is actually mean conservative.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So back to the president uh, debate and question. Um, okay. Or just before that, he said, I mean, most Jews in the USA vote for Democrats.
Okay. It's the only
Yeah.
reason why people vote Democrats or Republicans is who brainwashed you more. They are all
Hmm.
brainwashed, because if I ask the actual numbers, what is the target? What are you trying to achieve? What is the measurable target? And what the Democrats or Republican achieve so far, so I can actually say which one is better. I'm not for Democrats or Republican. I don't care if they will be called the aliens. I'm for the result that I want for my people. So
Mm-hmm.
the US,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm a US person, I want result for America, and the result will be very, very easily agreed upon by most American.
Yeah, the
Most
overall
American,
result would be
yeah,
relatively
most
agreed. There'd
American
be
wants to have good life, to have increased standard of living, to have security. They want to have good education. They want to eliminate drugs. They want to have good families, and basically that's what they want.
mm,
Everything around is just to support that. Foreign relations, it's to support that. How strong is the military to support that? What do I think about abortion is to support that. What do I think about it's just to support that end result. So if I know what's the end result, every question that I will ask, every action will be how that action forward the result, and that should be the debate.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And when everything is debated, it's because no one knows anything.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
true.
really,
So then the point is that it almost feels in the current state of things pretty much hopeless. The structure of what we live in is like pretty hopeless. By the way, the guy said, "Yeah, man, it really makes sense now. Thank you for answering."
you're very welcome. Yeah.
So it almost seems like what I mean, in the current state, you had this debate, the debate happened. Does it give the average person, I think, probably felt more hopeless, probably felt more worried for the future of the country, for the future of the economy, for the future of their home.
And
Like,
yeah, and it's exactly what they want you to think.
mm,
But the not hopeless man, the not average person, look at that and realize, okay, good. So you've got two people that talk in generalities, which means we've got two liars.
yeah, yeah,
Good. So number one, I know what I know is don't listen to them.
mm-hmm,
They're trying to brainwash me. They're trying to cheat me. So if
mm-hmm,
someone trying to cheat me, I think it would be very good to know that he is not my source of data.
yeah,
And the first thing to do is to get other people to realize that before we argue Democrat, Republican, Juju, Boo Boo, first of all, let's agree that we don't really understand what's going on.
mm-hmm,
You may
mm-hmm,
be parroting what you heard in a YouTube channel of another person that don't understand, or another person that get paid to deliver a message.
right,
But other
yeah,
than parroting, you don't actually understand what's going on. So the best thing will be to say, look, I really don't understand what's going on. I need to find out. And by acknowledging that you don't understand, you already understand something.
I see, yeah,
You understand at least that you are blind. You are not blind and you think that you can see.
yeah, true,
It's much better. Okay, fine. I acknowledge I'm blind. I
yeah,
don't lie and I say I can see when I'm blind.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So the first thing to know is, okay, I don't know, which means those guys are not my source. And now the less data you have, the more smart you need to be.
yeah,
So what I can say, what can I say? I can first of all check my own life and the life of the people that I love. How are we doing? Are we doing better or worse? Is there more demand for production or less? Is there more drugs or less? Does my kids are more educated or less educated?
mm-hmm.
Just look at that.
Like in the
Yeah,
last 4 years,
yeah,
or
in the last 4 years. I'm just looking. For example, I will look at okay, there was Corona. Okay,
mm-hmm,
who handled Corona properly, Trump or
Biden,
Biden? So I will look and I say, okay, fine. Corona. Some people say it was real. Some people say it's not real. Blah 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 blah. What was the end result? The end result destroyed economy, tons of money that went down the drain, and people die in any case.
Hmm.
No one can tell me that they prevented anyone dying by all of this insanity, because the insanity disappeared in one day, and the viruses don't disappear in one day. Yes.
Yeah. Right.
So obviously, I know that the handling was not right.
Hmm.
So who was supporting more corona, Biden or Trump? Probably Biden. Well, okay,
Hmm.
minus point to Biden. That's not so good.
Hmm.
Not so good. Excellent. Now I'm looking at my own life. What's happening with my son education?
Hmm.
Well, okay, all of a sudden my son learned at the age of 3 that he can cut his penis and become a cat. So no, just
Yeah. Right.
like this is really what's been pushed now.
Hmm.
Well, okay, this is not right. It's not right.
Yeah.
And it's got
Hmm.
nothing to do with conservatism or anything. It is just because this decision should be left to someone that can decide at least if he can eat egg or bacon for breakfast. The kid cannot
Yes.
decide what he wants for breakfast, but he can.
Right. Right.
It just doesn't. It's just so basic. Just look what they push.
Yes.
Do they
Yes.
push what's right, or what will be giving them votes?
Hmm. Yeah. 100%.
Just look what they push from your own viewpoint, and you will know. Just check,
Hmm.
because there's no data. What you can check is what's happening around you. There is data around you, and you need to become smart about evaluating that,
Yes. Yes.
and not need to become smart in inventing excuses for the president, because I'm a Democrat, so I will give him excuses, or I'm a Republican, I will give excuses for in favor of Trump. No.
Right. Right.
Now, really don't think that it's important if someone is a Democrat or Republican. Why?
Right.
Because both of them don't really know what's a Democrat and what's a Republican.
Yeah.
The point is not if you are Republican or Democrat. The point is there is a target. Can you define what the target is? And can you tell me a plan to get to that target that makes sense to me? And even if it doesn't make sense to me, can you show me that we're progressing there? Not by
Yeah.
generalities, not by PR, not by lies, but actual things that I, the citizen, can check.
Yeah.
Not
It's
3%
amazing.
increase in unemployment. I don't feel it. I don't know it. I don't know how to measure it. Yes, I got retrenched, but probably not because of unemployment, but because I didn't produce.
Hmm. Hmm.
Not because what the president did. If I would produce, I would not get retrenched, because I would create expansion in any case. So to
Yeah.
say that the unemployment has something to do with the president, not really.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because if people are productive and people are smart and they understand that they need to produce, the president will not be able to stop the improvement in or the reduction in unemployment, because there will be just more business.
Yeah. I see.
So it's really, yes,
Yeah.
of course, the government have power and they can give a lot of problems or make things easier. But if you want to make things go right, you would.
Yeah. Yeah. I got it. Yeah. And I think that that's a super good basic viewpoint and approach that the average person can start to implement, can start to think with, can tell their friends, can just look at and observe. And that alone will put you a little bit more at cause over the situation where all day long you're being pressed into, you can pretty much do nothing about it.
Mhm.
And I just have to make a choice between two evils or whatever.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, yeah, amazing. Okay. Now I want to talk to you about the business class and what is the ties to this subject, because we touched upon leadership at the beginning, and how do you choose a leader? And if there was a lineup of 5 people, how do you choose a leader? And I want to talk about that and the connection to business. But there's one question here uh, from Yigit. He's asking, is there any reason why Jews are overwhelmingly successful in business? Is it all because of decades of oppression?
No, it is because the Jewish culture insists on understanding. So there is a whole process that every young Jewish boy go through, which is arguing about the words, learning the word.
Hmm.
And all I think that most other people that use the same Bible miss the one beginning line, which says at the beginning there was the word. They just
Hmm.
didn't understand that if you don't understand the word, it's the beginning of everything to understand the word. If you don't understand the word, you will not understand the sentence, you will not understand the idea, you will become poor. And if you understand the word, you understand the sentence, you become Jew.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a great point. So it's really this insistence on understanding what's being spoken about, going over it
Yeah, it's
again
nothing
and
to do
again.
with being Jewish or Muslim or Christian or anything. Any person that will insist to understand the word will understand the world.
Amazing. Yeah, yeah, true. And on top of that, do you think that there's an element that the Jewish people have some kind of a support for one another? Do you think that has something to do with it? Because there's
If you
some kind of a
understand,
thing.
if first of all, every group has a support for each other. If you are American and you go to South Africa, the American gets together automatically.
Yeah,
If you are
true.
if you are Lebanon, if someone from Lebanon and you meet another person from Lebanon, you hook together automatically. Now, the more understanding you have, the more you'll want to be together. But if I'm American and you're an American and we start to talk and we don't understand the words that come out of
Yeah,
our mouth,
yeah,
we will start to
exactly.
argue about Democrats and Republicans, but we don't really understand. We're just parroting things, so we will separate. So how
Yes.
close you are as a group has to do with your level of understanding.
Hmm.
If you understand each other, you want to hug each other. If you don't understand your wife, you don't want to hug her, you want to hang her. Similar.
Hmm. Few letters different there.
Yeah,
Yes.
hang.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get that. That makes sense. Okay, so in the interest of time, let's touch upon the business class. What are we doing there? How does it connect to leadership? Do you learn there how to lead and how to pick a leader?
Yeah, what you learn in the business class is probably the most important thing, which is prerequisite to becoming a leader or picking a leader. You learn how do you actually, and it will be sound so simple, but it is probably one of the most difficult things to achieve, is you learn actually to define where you are going to.
Hmm. Hmm.
You learn to define the destination. Because if you ask most people, where you going to? What's the target? They will tell you to be rich, maybe, or famous. But that's not the
Right.
target. That's
Yeah.
a beingness. I am being rich. But
Yeah. True.
it's not the target.
Hmm.
Most people will tell you that they are lost in life because they don't know where they are going to. And if you have an actual destination that is real to you, that is something that is achievable from your viewpoint, it has been achieved. The moment that it's achievable from your viewpoint, it has been achieved
Yes.
because the physical universe will bow to you the moment that you are certain about anything. Anything you are certain about, the physical universe bow to you and give it to you. If you are certain that you are useless, physical universe bow to you and give you uselessness. If you are certain that you look amazing, the physical universe bow to you and change your face, and everyone that look at you say, "Wow, you're so handsome."
Hmm.
Whatever you are close on, the physical universe bow to you and hand it to you on a golden plate.
Amazing. True. 100%.
In anything that you are not, the physical universe will give you all the things that you don't want. If you don't know what exactly you are going to, you'll get all the things that you don't want.
Mm. Yeah.
So you have two options to get exactly what is needed and wanted by you, exactly if you define it, or to get 100 million variation of the opposite of bad things.
Yes.
How do you become with someone with bad luck? You become a person with bad luck by ignoring the need to define the destination. A person that don't have a destination, if you drive a car and you don't have a destination, you go off-road. You have an
True.
accident.
Yeah.
It's really simple. If I have
Yeah.
a conversation with someone and I don't have a destination, I will have an argument. But if I have a destination, I'll be able to take him left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left. I will never take my eyes off the destination, regardless of how we're going. But I will
Mhm.
get him to the destination. It will be crazy for me not to look at the destination if I know that this is my destination.
Right. Yeah, 100%. And it's been amazing just to see on the business class people's incredible success from starting to ingrain this viewpoint, which is I need to know the destination. I need to know the result. I have to have crystal clear clarity, no doubt about it. Here's where I am going. And it's, as you said, it sounds so simple, but you can see people really, once they actually confront it, it's very challenging. It's
Yeah,
like it's actually counterintuitive. It's super counterintuitive, but it's the key. And Mariah said, yeah, Mariah said, I love that viewpoint on the luck and the destination example. Yeah, it really is. I
yeah.
loved it too. That's really amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mwah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's amazing. Okay. So on the business class, that's what you learn. If anybody's interested
So this
in
is the
that, you should
first
write
part
to
of what
us.
we learn. Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
first part of what you learn, and we learn lots of other things. Yes,
Yeah.
basically we teach you how to become Jewish. Yes, but
Yeah. For all the questions
yeah,
that guy had, we
yeah. So we actually teach you how to print money. Eventually, once you have the destination, then you need a lot of tools to collect the money, to keep the money, to enjoy the money.
yes.
But But the
Yeah.
first thing, the most problematic thing is having the destination. Because if you don't have a destination in mind, you will never get to your destination.
Hmm. Hmm. It's amazing. It's so foundational. And it's so clear that nobody has that just by the fact that you see, as you said, people really are lost. They feel like giving up by the time they're 27 years old. They're like, they don't know. They
Yeah.
really see it. It's amazing.
Look at a day, look at a person in a day and ask him, so what did you produce by the end of this day? And he will tell you nothing. They don't know what
Yeah.
they produce. How, did you progress towards your destination? No. If you look at a year back,
Hmm.
how many of your action actually took you forward to a destination?
Hmm.
To your destination. 99% of the people went backward to become older, less alive, bigger debt, fatter,
True. True.
and weaker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So true.
so true.
100%.
So the fact that a person deteriorate means that he didn't get closer to his destination.
Hmm.
Because if
Hmm.
you get closer to your destination, you become younger.
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah.
You are as old as you realize that you're not going to get to your destination. Why? Because you don't have one.
Yeah, 100%. And by the way, that applies to your body and it applies to the business. Most businesses actually get older. They act like an old business, an old dying business. If you look at a business in the first month, it's alive, it's like a newborn,
True
but
that,
not a
yes.
newborn, it's like a child. It's like an
Uh-huh.
alive child. And if you look at a business year two, year three, whoa, it's like
It's like a
on the
married
rocks.
business.
It's like a married business. Yeah, exactly. The honeymoon phase is long gone for that business. Yes. Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
it's really true. It really applies.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really amazing. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's
Okay.
great. The time is we've had a really great episode today. gprosperity.com/business. For anyone that's interested, write to us, email us, DM us if you're interested. Talk to us and we'll tell you more about it. It'll be very
Thank
good
you.
for you. Thank you,
Thank you,
Abba.
Dali. Thank you, everyone, for
Yes,
watching. And we'll
yes,
see you
thank
next
you.
week. Mwah.
Yes. Love you. Mwah. Bye. Bye, everyone.
And here we all go. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Here we go now.